the one thing that I would like to say that Indian American Christian organizations here, we represent about 1 million Indian American Christians across the United States. But in India, officially, yes, about 27 million to 30 million Indian Christians. But those who follow Christian faith in one form or the other, who don't call themselves as Christians, is over 100 million people all across the country, whether, there are concentrations of Indian Christians in several parts, but then in every single state you will see churches and congregations. So if the Indian Muslims are 200 plus million, Indian Christians are about 100. Between us, we have about 300 million plus. Now, I'm often asked, you are a Christian organization, why are you working with Muslim organizations? I'm sure Peter doesn't ask me that question, but others do.
Well, I ask you all.
A lot of others ask me that question. Now, you have to be, why is it? Because you look at Africa, look at the Middle East, the persecution comes from the Muslim community. The Christians are, in the receiving end. Why are you so adamant about speaking for Muslims? I had Hindu nationalist leaders come and tell me very simply, please don't talk about the Muslims, will take care of you. I say, okay, yeah, that's a great idea, because what the church in America needs to understand is that the Christians, the Muslims, the Sikhs are all in the same boat as far as India is concerned. One of them sings, everybody sings. Now, isn't it Christ asked us to care for the persecuted and care for the vulnerable among us? He didn't say that only take care of only the Jewish people or only the Christian people, right? So everybody, in that sense, yes, theologically we have a responsibility to speak for those who are persecuted more than we have been. But also we need to understand that if the nationalist forces are able to neutralize 200 million people, they will. Imagine how easy would that be to neutralize 100 million, half of that population. Because there will be no one defending the churches, Indian church. Indian churches, again, it's not a British invention. Indian church has been in India for, we are celebrating next week, we are celebrating the 1950th anniversary of Apostle Thomas, who was murdered in Chennai, India. The church has been in India for as long as the church has been from the time of apostles. So if we don't want to see what happened to the church in Central Asia, in Asia Minor, we need to bind together and start talking about it.